Well, hello, Aries. Welcome back to your weekly reading. This is Alicia with Neptunefish Tarot. If you're returning, thank you so much. And if it's your first time to the channel, welcome. So, I'm going to be doing a weekly reading for the sign of Aries. If you're a sun, moon, or rising sign, this may be your reading. It's going to be for the week of, March 30th through April 5th, 2021. We are just about completely into April. Wow. So we're into Aries season. So Aries, I pulled out some Oracle cards and I pulled out a row of tarot, and then I pulled out another row of tarot because your message is sheesh, it's pretty intense. What's going on, Aries? I'm going to call this a relationship reading because straight up looks like it is to me. It looks like there's something this week that's going on that's tough. There's something really, really tough going on here, Aries. I think let's just kind of get into this message. You've got the Ten of Wands into the Palace of Swords, into the Ace of Swords, into the Lovers, into the Ten of Swords. And that's kind of where I'm going to start. So it looks like a relationship reading because we do have the Lovers. We've got a 10 on either end of the reading. So, and these aren't the fun 10s, these are the hard 10s. 10 of Wands is when you are, as the the guy on the picture is depicted, you're just really burdened, okay? You've got the weight of the world on your back. The good part about the 10s is that you've come to the end of something, right? So while this is really difficult, Wands is taking action, and the 10, you kind of come to a standstill. There's no more action to be taken at this point. You've come to the end of something, definitely. Next to the Palace of Swords, and swords being that airy energy. In the Ciro Marchetti deck, which is this top row, the Tarot of Dreams, he has this extra card for each suit that he calls the Palace. And it's basically just it's like the space that holds all of the energy of swords, right? So it's like all of your mental processes, all of your thoughts, all of your experience in that realm of mind, okay? It's just with this 10 of Wands, it's like you're really just at the end. I mean, it's kind of painful, to be honest with you. And then it goes right into the Ace of Swords. And so, yes, there's some clarity. And I like the Ace of Swords here because it's right in the very center of the row. You have come to a place where it's very clear. I mean, at least I can say that where there may have been confusion, a week ago or days leading up to this week, at least now it looks like you've come to a place of very clear thinking. You need to know, what you need to do to move forward. And that there is a choice to be made to end a relationship. It's pretty clear. If this isn't your reading, please, this isn't going to be for every single Aries on the planet. But if it is your reading, it's your reading. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be for everybody, but it's going to be for somebody. And so I wanted to kind of get a little bit more information. So I took out my Cosmic Tarot deck and I just asked for a clarifier for each one of these cards. And so we got the Four of Wands and the Princess of Swords into the Three of Pentacles, into the Princess of Cups, and into the Ten of Cups. Interestingly, we ended again on a 10. But this time we're in the Ten of Cups, right? Which means that where you're headed, I think it's all tied into this Ace of Swords, right? Where you have made a decision, Aries. Like, this is what you want. Okay? You want a Three of Pentacles. You want a balanced, like reciprocal partnership, right? You want to bring into your reality, into your actual physical manifestation, a nice partnership. Perhaps, like a marriage material type of a partnership. A gateway into something that's going to offer you stability and, strong foundations and happiness and potential for long-term future. Okay. And with the Princess of Swords under the Palace, you're kind of having to take a step back, okay, to kind of figure out how you're going to go about doing this. I think you're in the place where you've defined what it is that you want. But now there comes the second piece of it. How are you going to actually manifest this and bring this in? Now, maybe this is the case that you know who this person is, okay, that you want to offer your cup of love to. Maybe you know who it is that you can work through all of this, because with the tens here, you're at the end of something. So maybe it's the case that you've come to the end of a really big blowout with somebody, a really big fight with somebody. Maybe you're able to resolve that, okay? And maybe you're able to salvage what you already have. Maybe it's not the case that you're going to have to start all over again from square one, but maybe it's the case that you're finally figuring out what it is that you need to do to bring this relationship into this balanced place, into this place where you and your partner are supporting one another and communicating in a way that clearly defines what you both want out of the relationship, that enables you to move forward and create a happy marriage or a happy family home, a happy environment, a stable environment, right? Maybe you've finally come this week to a place where you do know what needs to happen next in order for your current partnership to take a turn in the correct direction. So it's going to depend on every individual and where you find yourself along that continuum, whether this really just means having to walk away from a partnership. And by the way, yes, this can be a love partnership and I take it that way, but honestly, it can be partnerships in anything. It could be a business partnership, it could be your relationship to your company that you work for. it could be any kind of relationship, but honestly, this really does look like a love relationship. It looks like a partnership. It looks like somebody, like I said, who you live with or who you would like to build a stable home life with. So, depending on where you are in this building phase, whether you're at the beginning of something and you're just getting clear about defining what it is that you want, or whether you've been in a relationship and it's more of a longer term situation and you've kind of come to the end, either the end of the relationship and it's ending, or the end of the fighting and the arguing and the ugliness. Maybe you've come to the end of that and you've decided to get clear about reconciling and being able to work with your partner in a cooperative kind of a way, right? So those are all the different kind of scenarios that I would get out of those 10 cards. And so we'll just simply look, and I'm sorry about the glare. Here we go. We'll look at this. Come to the edge, hope, and communication is key. Well, there it is. And let's just start with communication is key because, you don't get all these swords cards unless that's the message. All right. Aries, come on. I know you're a fire sign and you're all doers, right? And prone to taking action when something's not right. Your first impulse is going to be to go do something to fix it. But a lot of times, all that's required is you listening to your partner and communicating with your partner. And it can just be as simple as, letting them know what it is that you want, what you desire, listening to what they want and what they desire, and then meeting in the middle someplace. And then we have hope. Hope is always there, even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. And that can't be overstated, right? So it's hard when we have a lot of swords energy like this and a lot of, heavy emotions going on to remain positive, to remain optimistic, but this is what is being asked of you at this time. If you can find it within yourself to frame the situation out, look, if you determine that you want to make this thing work, then you will find a way to cultivate an optimistic expectation, right? Because if you can't find a way to remain optimistic, then this probably is not going to end up as a 10 of cups situation. So there's that. And then finally come to the edge, right? So at this time, you are being asked to really come to the edge of what you believe is possible for yourself, okay? And just know that anything is possible. Anything really is possible. It is up to you. It's whatever you decide to make of it. Come to the edge and take a leap off and bring into reality that which you desire. Okay, if this is what you want, go for it. Do it. I'm right here telling you, just go do it, right? Just make it happen. Okay? Let that stuff go and move towards what you want. Okay? All right, Aries, you got this week. Good luck. I will see you guys all next week. Again, thank you for stopping by and take care. Bye.